Welcome to my channel. The lights burned brighter than ever under the electric sky of European football. This was not just another match. It was a defining chapter in the story of ambition, resilience, and belief. The UEFA Champions League semifinal second leg had arrived, carrying with it tension thick enough to silence even the loudest doubts. Arsenal, a club steeped in history yet hungry for modern glory, faced Atletico Madrid, a team synonymous with discipline, grit, and tactical mastery. The aggregate stood delicately balanced. Every touch of the ball, every breath taken on that pitch, carried the weight of dreams of reaching the grandest stage in club football. For Arsenal, this was more than a match, it was a statement. For Atletico Madrid, it was a test of their enduring philosophy: survive, resist, and strike. From the very first whistle, it was clear that neither side would yield easily. Arsenal stepped onto the pitch with controlled aggression, pressing high and dictating the tempo. Their midfield moved like a synchronized machine, cutting passing lanes and forcing Atletico Madrid into uncomfortable positions. Atletico, true to their identity, absorbed the pressure with remarkable composure. Their defensive lines remained compact, disciplined, and unyielding. Every Arsenal advance was met with calculated resistance. It was not chaos, it was chess. The early exchanges saw Arsenal probing the flanks, looking to stretch Atletico's defensive shape. Quick one-touch passes, overlapping runs, and clever movement off the ball hinted at a breakthrough waiting to happen. Yet Atletico's defenders stood firm, blocking shots, intercepting crosses, and frustrating Arsenal's attacking rhythm. As minutes ticked by, tension grew. Arsenal knew that patience was essential, but time was not infinite. Atletico, on the other hand, seemed comfortable letting the clock become their silent ally. Then came moments of brilliance. A sharp through ball split Atletico's defense, sending Arsenal's forward racing toward goal. But the goalkeeper reacted instantly, closing the angle and making a crucial save. The stadium erupted, only to fall back into anxious anticipation seconds later. Atletico responded with swift counterattacks. Their transitions were lightning fast, turning defense into offense within seconds. One dangerous break nearly resulted in a goal, but Arsenal's defense recovered just in time, showcasing their own resilience. The first half ended without goals, but not without intensity. It was a tactical stalemate, a clash of philosophies, and a reminder that in matches like these, one moment can define everything. The second half began with a noticeable shift in urgency. Arsenal increased their tempo, pressing higher and taking more risks. The crowd sensed it, something was building. Atletico Madrid remained disciplined, but the pressure was relentless. Arsenal's midfield began to dominate possession more clearly, circulating the ball with precision and purpose. The spaces that once seemed closed began to open, just slightly. And then it happened. A move that started deep in Arsenal's half evolved into a masterpiece of collective play. A quick pass into midfield, followed by a sharp turn and a forward drive. The ball was released to the wing, where a perfectly timed run created space for a dangerous cross. The delivery was inch-perfect. Inside the box, amidst defenders and rising tension, an Arsenal player met the ball with precision, guiding it past the goalkeeper and into the net. Goal. The stadium exploded. It was not just a goal. It was a release of hope, a surge of belief, and a declaration of intent. Arsenal had taken the lead, 1-0 on the night, 2-1 on aggregate. But the match was far from over. Conceding a goal forced Atletico Madrid to step out of their comfort zone. The team that thrives on defensive stability now had to chase the game. They pushed forward with determination, increasing their attacking presence and committing more players into advanced positions. The tempo shifted once again, this time in Atletico's favor. Crosses began to flood Arsenal's penalty area. Shots were taken from distance. Set pieces became moments of high tension. Every Arsenal clearance was met with another wave of attack. Yet Arsenal stood strong. Their defense delivered a performance of composure and courage. Blocks were made, tackles were timed perfectly, and the goalkeeper commanded the box with authority. Time seemed to move differently. Minutes felt longer. Every second mattered. Atletico came close, painfully close. A header that drifted just wide. A shot that forced a fingertip save. A scramble in the box that ended with the ball cleared off the line. But fate had chosen its side. When the final whistle blew, it marked the end of a battle and the beginning of celebration for Arsenal. Players dropped to the ground, some in exhaustion, others in disbelief. The crowd roared, a wave of sound echoing far beyond the stadium walls. Arsenal had done it. They defeated Atletico Madrid 1-0 on the night, securing a 2-1 aggregate victory and booking their place in the Champions League final. For Atletico Madrid, it was heartbreak. A campaign defined by discipline and determination came to an end just short of the ultimate stage. Their players walked off the pitch with heads held high, knowing they had given everything. This victory was not accidental. It was the result of a well-executed strategy and disciplined performance. Arsenal's pressing disrupted Atletico's build-up play, forcing errors and limiting their control. The midfield dictated the tempo, while the defense remained solid under relentless pressure. Several players stood out, delivering performances worthy of such a monumental occasion. The goalkeeper made crucial saves, the defenders showed resilience, and the midfield controlled the rhythm of the game. And of course, the decisive goal became the moment that defined the night. Football at this level is more than tactics and statistics. It is emotion, hope, fear, joy, and heartbreak. For Arsenal fans, this victory represents belief and patience, finally rewarded. For Atletico Madrid supporters, it is pain, but also pride in a team that never stopped fighting. Arsenal now move forward to the Champions League final with confidence and momentum. But the journey is not over yet. One final challenge awaits, and it will demand everything they have. As the night fades and the echoes of celebration settle, one truth remains. This was a match that will be remembered. A night where pressure met courage, where strategy met passion, and where dreams moved one step closer to reality. The stage is set, the dream is alive, and the story continues. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more football stories and Champions League drama.